So apparently they also come in twos.
Welcome to the next episode of
And welcome to another episode of Abang Goreng. It's gonna be an episode of a guide to local kuih, Malay kuih.
But right, I have to cut in. Like, you all know I have a very sweet tooth, right?
You got sweet tooth?
Yeah, bro.
I know you manis ah, bro.
That's why I wear pink currant.
Bandung.
Right, as you can see, the kuihs in Singapore are very common and it's like very ingrained into our life as Singaporeans. Like we have different type of kuihs. They've got a Chinese kuih, the Nyonya kuih, and especially the most important is the Malay kuih because it brings out the traditional aspect of everything.
Growing up, I always witnessed my grandma and my mother making all these kuihs by hand. I had down at the store. So I think this is really interesting for us to share with you guys on the different aspect, different type of kuihs, and I hope you guys enjoy it.
There are two different types of kuih. One is the most easiest to find because it's colourful. Okay, just to name a few, it's colourful lah. It's colourful. So just to name a few, onde-onde, kuih lapis, putri salad, and on the other flip side, which is the non-colourful one, which is the harder to find, or I would say the disappearing kuih. Talam ubi, lepat pisang, and obviously you can see in front is the pulut serunding.
We are going to be starting with the easy ones first, such as your onde-onde.
Wait. The way you pronounce the word, right, or the kuih is wrong. Okay.
Wait. You know what Afi is doing now?
Wait.
He's highlighting the mistakes.
Okay, on the right side. Okay, so the pronunciation for onde-onde is onde-onde, okay?
So it's made of rice flour, we bring colouring. Outside is covered with grated coconut, and inside is filled with gula melaka. So for the uninitiated, the gula melaka is basically palm sugar. Palm sugar, yeah. Palm sugar, very popular. The taste profile is about the same as a very deep caramel taste. Yeah. When you eat it right, it should explode. Okay, let's go makan, guys.
But nowadays there are different variations, like the onde-onde tart and everything else also.
Yeah.
Onde-onde cake also have.
Onde-onde cake also, all on the way for you guys.
On the
way. Would you agree that Malay kuih is quite hard to make?
Yeah. I would say. Like, I feel like in order for you to make the kuih, right, you must have feelings.
Jiwang.
That's why sometimes they got that feeling to open the shop, they open the shop, sometimes no feeling, they close the shop.
Let's talk about the kuih lapis. So basically this is a 9-layer cake.
Why 9?
So I think it's 9 because in Chinese they call it like 9层糕, which literally means like 9 layers cake.
7 only.
7 only.
Put a Malay joke, bro. Malay cannot count.
Hey, we don't play. Young. Hey, would you like to offer you some kuih lapis?
Oh, it's kuih lapis.
Kuih lapis is 9 layers. 9 layers.
Not 9 layers,
Hey.
Oh, only come 4 layers, yeah?
Must peel the layers and eat one at a time. Like,
Made up of what? I know got santan, right?
Sugar.
Sugar. Rice flour, yeah. And then you just steam it. Steam it layer by layer.
Then lay it.
Okay, so I believe, like I mentioned, this is pronounced as putri salad. They pronounce it as putri salad. The English meaning of putri is actually princess. So if you were to convert that into English,
Princess Rock. The top part, the texture is like kuih lapis, but with kaya. Bottom is glutinous rice. Or pulut. Yeah. So when it combines together, it brings you a very sweet, savory experience. But in the Peranakan culture, it's called kuih salad. So it's the blue pea flour colouring. So it's like white and bluish.
there will be different variation of like mispronounced words. So the most common I hear, it's quite rabak, but I'm just going to say it out, okay? So don't say kuih bulu. It's not kuih bulu, kuih bahulu, okay? No, auntie say you want my bulu?
So over here you can see, this is over here is a kuih bahulu mold. right? Antique. So this is actually from my grandmother herself, passing down from generations.
Now moving on to the sword, the green sword.
Green goblin.
Kuih dadar. Okay, it's not kuih dada or not kuih dadar.
With inside there's grated coconut that is drenched with gula melaka.
But if you notice, right, this kuih dadar and onde right have a bit of a similar vibe.
Hey.
But you put them together, jantan ni bro.
Moving on to the little bit harder to find stuff. As you can see, we have this putu piring on my putih piring.
That was the joke. You say you want to go first.
And this putu piring is like from the well-renowned place from Hague Road.
This is a bit similar to like the Chinese tutu kuih or kuih tutu.
Tutu ke?
Like the Malay tutu piring, right? They have coconut, shredded coconut on the side, right? But like for the Chinese tutu kuih or kuih tutu, they have either sugar inside or coconut inside.
So got two options.
Got two options for the tutu
kuih.
Oh, the wordplay.
Wordplay.
Doors closing.
This is actually like a steamed cake, or in Chinese they call it wang ko kuih. You take it, dip it, and go. Then you dip it, then you eat.
Then for Malay, we call it apam.
The awaited guest appearance, Jennifer
Lopez.
So apparently they also come in twos.
I need to wash up.
Okay, so how you eat it, right, is you obviously put the gula melaka, then after that you take your finger, you pinch, you know how salt bay? Now got lupis bay, bro.
Coconut bay.
Coconut bay,
Santan bay.
santan bay,
Santan bay.
marina
Santan
bay, bay fry, bay wash,
Becha.
limbe. And it is quite hard to actually to find this because usually it's served as like wedding, and sometimes like for example my mom have like we have some celebration at home, right? Jen she'll especially make this for everyone to eat.
Right.
And now we'll move on to the very rare to find some stuff. Oh yeah, what's the one on top?
So on the top, right, we have two very cute balls. We have the first one is the pulut inti. I myself never seen this before. It's pulut. On top is serunding with gula melaka.
The Peranakans also have a similar dish. Same, they put blue pea flour,
Right.
so it becomes like bluish.
Like you just Malay kuih, you just put the blue pea. Ours, Peranakan.
Next one is kuih kochi.
Kuih-Kuih.
Yeah. I think this is a very like a olden dish or older dessert. So inside is rice glutinous flour. So this is very like a sticky pudding kind of.
Like dodol kind of texture. It
Yes.
looks like dodol
Yeah.
texture to me.
Yeah.
Okay, what's this?
This is called talam ubi.
The bottom is ubi.
Ubi
siapa?
Ubi kayu tapioca.
Tapioca, yes, tapioca.
Oh.
But on top is santan or coconut milk.
Yeah.
Pudding.
Pudding lah. Let's
Pudding.
call it pudding version.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get to the heart of it.
Heart of the hood.
What's it called again?
Kasui.
Kasui. Yeah, kasui.
Yeah. So
No.
this kasui is made of tapioca
That's what
flour. Right.
Oh,
so
tapioca.
tapioca flour.
Oh, okay.
Then you have a bit of santan and gula melaka also. How you eat it with grated
Shredded coconut.
kole.
Kole.
Usually find this is those Malay wedding.
Yeah.
Malay wedding, yes.
Yeah, it's very. But I've personally haven't eaten this before.
I've never had this before.
So this is basically mung beans or green bean,
Wait, there's a smell that I recognize.
like love letters.
Yes!
Love letters, right? Yeah. So beside it over there, it's lepat pisang, like a mochi, but with banana inside. Yeah, it's okay. So it has a rice flour and banana in it. So this is nagasari. The traditional nagasari that I know, they have rice flour in the paste form. Inside there's corn and also banana. Last but not least, this is
Pulut serunding.
no pulut serunding. The name is very you can tell it from its name lah, for Malay. So for those Malay, this is pulut, glutinous rice, and serunding, which is if you see the nasi padang episode that we put on our rice, this is shredded coconut, but it's very different from the one we have featured all along for the dessert, right? Serunding is when they apply heat on it, They fry it with spices.
Dry fry.
Now, it's very interesting to note. It's a kuih, but it's not sweet. It's savory.
I feel like I'm eating like lontong with ronde.
How's it spicy?
Spicy, bro. That's why I never eat much.
I mean, for Malay myself, this is the first time seeing this.
Actually, for like in the Chinese cuisine, there's a lot of kuih that are savory. For example, they have sung kuih, which is like rice skin on the outside with like radish and carrots and mushrooms on the inside. So that's called sung kuih. And then there's peng kuih, which is basically rice cake also. Or there's like cai tao kuih, which is carrot cake. So like they have a lot of kuih, but they're more towards the savory side. Yeah, that is
Clucker kuih? Clucker kuih got like clucker kuih.
Clucker kuih.
Beside bok kuih. The right side, right, is colourful, and the left side is dull.
But then at the end of the day, I think how the food looks like. But then don't judge kuih by its banana skin. Go and buy it and just taste it for yourself.
give it a shot.
Give it a shot.
We hope that you enjoyed this episode of Abang Kuih. We hope you enjoy this episode of Abang Goreng. We also learned something new during this episode, and it's also important to keep this beautiful kuih culture alive.
Yes, it's very important, like, because I feel like as we grow older, we tend to forget, like
steer away from our
steer away
roots.
from our roots.
Yeah.
So it's good that we have this episode.
Yep.
Yeah, this is.
Alright, and as usual, follow us on all of our socials, like, comment, and subscribe. Drop us a comment and see what you want us to do next, and we will get back to you guys.
Yeah. If this is your first time watching us, click over on the side. For all our past episodes, watch us, like, share, show it all to your friends. Yeah. There.